Hello everyone, the big day is finally here. The 2026 Parkitect International Association Attractions Expo has arrived. If you remember, the Verkit manufacturer Topspin sadly burned down, but 4 incredible ride manufacturers have brought their amazing Topspin concepts to this expo. So let's take a look and we'll explore their booths in the main expo hall, and then we can put on our VR goggles and all the expo guests will get to explore life-size concepts of these amazing Topspin rides. I can't wait for y'all to see what amazing animations and other ideas these builders have come up with. So let's take a look at this blueprint challenge. The Astrotron Mall is hosting the expo. Everything's being set up. And let's head inside. We've got Ron Studios. We've got Vertex Tidistries, Plaque Rides, and Jupiter Imports Exports. Let's put on our VR glasses and head inside to see what everyone's created. From Ron Studios, step into the neon-drenched underbelly of a futuristic megacity where rogue tech and street crews rule the night. Dare to ride the Topspin, a hacked industrial rig once used for cargo transport, now reprogrammed for pure adrenaline. As the machine jerks, flips, and spins out of control, bursts of steam and pulses of electric light simulate a system overload. Guests will feel like they've been caught in a cybernetic malfunction deep in the heart of the city. Vertex Tidistries invites you to dive into our PIAX 26 showcase attraction, a Topspin ride that shrinks guests into the world of an aquarium, where they join a wild fish escape through pipes, poo, and pandemonium. Visit our booth to meet the team. Grab our sunglasses and beach ball swag. Be sure to check out our themed photo spots, including a giant diver's mask and shark support group. Need to relax? Our harbor relaxation station offers lounge seating, phone charging, and a place to reset before heading back onto the conference floor. Plaque Rides is here with a tale from the Pacific Ocean. Hawaiian folklore tells the story of Pele, goddess of volcanoes and fire. One time she got so furious that she splits the earth and lets fire rain on a tribe. Plaque Rides brings this tale to life with a sophisticated 3-component setup. 1. The backboard of the Topspin splits halfway through the ride cycle and reveals magma. 2. Lava-looking liquid is pumped into the ride basin during the ride cycle. 3. A walkthrough minigame awaits younger guests behind the campfire hut. Lava, the orange pillars, rise through gridded flooring. The floor is lava. Can you dodge it in time? It is Plaque Ride's firm belief that theme park rides have to be attractive for anyone, regardless if they are on or off the ride. Pele is not just a Topspin, but a show that is best watched at night and one that extends into its surrounding area and will make your park come to life. We've got a last-minute submission by Jupiter Imports and Exports. We ordered 1, they shipped us 2. What are the chances? Well, we don't need the extra, so are willing to make a deal since it's just taking up space. Sounds like y'all better hurry on down for the big sale. Hi everyone, hope you're excited for getting into a deep dive into these Topspin builds. First off, thanks to Astro for always sharing his blueprints and scenario maps built off of that from his mall map. We've got all the expo activities in here. We'll take a look at that in a little more detail later. Also got a little expo map. So you can see we have Jupiter, Florian Plaque, Vertex, and Ronnieland. And yeah, let's start in the bottom left here with Vertex. So this was a really creative build, super ambitious with animations. You can see all the fish going around, and tons of storytelling. You got Nemo kind of clogging the filter, I believe is the story here. Haven't seen this movie for a little bit now, but pretty classic. Getting the tank all dirty, and then I believe it. Then everyone could escape out into the ocean. But yeah, I like how Vertex had a kind of a cityscape here. So as a guest, you're kind of outside. You got the beach, the pier, so you can relax here, get cooled down by the water. Got some sweet merch, and then Wallaby Way, our little shark entertainers. It's a good reference there. Well, it looks like I have some vandals in my park here. Sorry about that. And then the Sydney Dental, and this is a really awesome sign here. Let's see what is going on here. Gumdrop and coral, and then they're doing, I think, the animation kind of stretch and squeeze. But yeah, it brings a lot of life to it. They're not just bobbing up and down. They're kind of stretching and squeezing. Let's kind of take a look at this as we follow along the ride queue. So yeah, nice fun interior details here with some pretty fancy animations. Oh, that's a good trick. This actually reminds me of the behind the scenes of like the Iron Man movie when they reach into Robert Downey Jr.'s heart. They had him under the table like this. Yeah, tons of little dental details, just quite fun. And then we've got our little terror here with the fish. And yeah, that is very, very fun. I don't think I've seen someone do a queue quite like this, and this is just the start. So let's go over here, and here, while that resets, yeah, you can see just very Disney-esque queue wrapping around here. Nice cable details. So you're getting into kind of the industrial, feels like you're getting the behind-the-scenes look of what's keeping this fish tank running. Yeah, and then I've done. We've got the stories here that you just heard read off. So thanks for the submitters for coming up with that fun little thing. And yeah, So yeah, we already watched this in the intro, but we can kind of analyze it here. So you're using the animation helper to move this all around. Acorn has the poo there, very nice. And yeah, this is just very ambitious. Super cool. Haven't seen anything like it, and it works really well. I assume they're just hiding everything. Hopefully, we don't break things too much. Let's take a peek. Yeah, look at that. They're just hiding everything in this thin little area back there. That is quite fancy. Alright, and then I really like this tank pump. This is really something. So some big connector pieces. I like the metal. You get the nice metal texture here, and then some like plastic painted parts. It's got some glow from the power button, a little movement with the derrick wheel. Yeah, I think it's a sci-fi roof piece. See, that's the star, and then a border, hemispheres. You can tell they did a lot of custom piece work here. And then look at these little fish come out. Let's pause it here. We got Nemo, very nice. A little Pufferman. Sorry, I don't know all the names. I do like the use of the. I think that's our strawberry. Yes, it is. And then coral, very nice. Coral, gumdrops. I feel like that's a a rare piece to find. And then more coral as the fins. That was very clever. And then, oh, the candy corn. Interesting. Now that's quite smart. I like it. And then awesome coral work in the backdrop here. See ice spires as well. Very nice. You get that sort of shiny texture, which is quite cool. I love the cauldron here as the top of the volcano, and that just absolutely perfect. And then they've used, they've recolored just the built-in kind of waterfall piece, water texture there. So I think if we play that'll, yeah, that'll animate. So yeah, very clever there. I have not seen it used like that. I don't think I realized you could recolor it. Maybe that's a new thing. And then, yeah, this guy puffs up with the animation there. Perfectly timed with the location of the topspin. And then, yeah, little dude jumping in through the filter there, going in. We'll clear that. I mean, so many animations. I just can't even imagine. We got another fish right there. Another fish. Let's, oh. Where'd he go? All right. Let's inspect this dude too. Vine roots, candy canes, coral, the scary little eyes. Yeah, so much going on here. Encourage everyone to download this map or just the blueprints. These are a ton of fun. And yeah, they just, Vertex did a great job fitting this all in here. And then, yeah, the water lowers down, the ride's over, and then as the guests exit, we see our fish friends have made their big escape out of the ocean. So that's just a great bit of storytelling. Really like it. And one more thing, let's just peek into this backstage area. See how our animatronics are doing. Oh yeah, very nice. And yeah, you might have noticed they shoot out of these little caves, so a bit of realism there. Oh, it looks like we even have some backstage little staff keepers can rest. So really well done. Thank you for submitting this, Vertex. Oh yeah, the lighting details too. Yeah, let's look at this tonight. Let's put that roof back together. All right, look at that. You really feel like you're cozy beach, bustling city, and then this lively this show really pops at night. That should be see all the colors of the coral there. Yeah, fantastic job. And this one, I think I've got to give it the Brainy Builder. Has to be the most ambitious animation I have seen in Parkitect, and I can't imagine how much work this took. And let's just look if we sneak in here. So this is all our water jets, I think, for the exit, and then a scary amount of animations, and that doesn't really encompass everything there. If you go into the animation screen, let's see. If we look at this guy, this is just one fish, and this probably isn't even everything, but yeah, 12 animation steps. I'm curious if we can find Nemo, because that's just got to be a wild amount of animations. Let's see, would that be Fish Red Actor? I'm not positive, but that's 15 steps, so yeah, they went all out. Thank you, Vertex. And yeah, congrats on the Brainy Builder. All right, let's go next door over to Ronnieland's. Ron Studios has brought us this ride, and we've got a good reference here, Ron Corp. I really like just all these animations. Again, everyone went crazy with the animations, and brings a lot of life to this cyberpunk city. I think this is best explored primarily at night because it just really pops. Kind of fun even with these palm trees, and I tried to do, since we're kind of in the VR world, is the idea at this expo map. You know, these at the expo floor, and then you put on your goggles and you get to see these all at life size. So we've got this kind of a sci-fi floor. So yeah, this Run Studios build here fits right in. And yeah, this is super cool. They've got these trucks that pop out of this garage. And then, yeah, you got sparks, all sorts of things animating. And then as this continues on, we'll have a little car pop up here and do some action, some fire drop back down. So lots of energy and motion. The trucks zoom away there. Very nice. Yeah, super cool. I think the other animation besides the signs is yeah, these little musical guests entertaining the guests in line. All right, and let's just go kind of systematically here through all the details. So I think this sign animation might be my favorite. Just it's such a smooth and a clean transition. I think let's okay. There's the floor's back. Yeah, and just really smooth animation. That's not easy to get all the timing right. So kudos for that. And then yeah, this little laser scanning eye is super fun. And this dog is such a economical use of pieces to get a huge personality. a little grumpy crescent face, these squares, and oh yeah, it looks like the ears even have a little life and animation there too. Super cool. The jackpot is fun if that there it goes. That's a really satisfying pull animation as well. I think that's a good easing effect on the animation. Yeah, lots of triggerable color switches so we can get things to toggle. Oh, that's an interesting neon shape they used there. Just scaled it way up. Good idea. Lots of fans, lots of pipes. I like the kind of the garbage, the cardboard, very lived in. And then this is awesome looking. I think we'll look at it in daylight in a second in detail. I didn't even notice this till just now. Look at that, a whole kind of interior. Looks like someone's got their computer desk here, and then maybe that's their kitchen back there, or maybe some more illicit affairs in the dead moon here. And yeah, super cool screens, Night City, and yeah, the cues right here. So that they really used the whole map there. It's very cool. And yeah, I like this cue. Very natural. It'd be awesome to just hang out here. You get a good view of the ride. You got some music. You can get some cool pics with these cyberpunk vehicles. And yeah, they've done a lot of work. Just kind of rotating everything feels very off grid. And yeah, love the color scheme as well. Just super bold. I think cyberpunk sometimes could be very like gray and like noir and desaturated, but they went all out with the colors, and it's still yeah, just has a great cyberpunk vibe. And let's see, okay, daytime, make sure we get a good look at this. Still looks great in the day. I love like the cyberpunk game. Also it looks very bright and oppressive in the bright sun, so I think that they kind of captured that vibe as well. It can still feel very cyberpunk, doesn't have to always be a rainy scene. And let's see, so we've got a ride control monitor here as sort of the cockpit controls, which is a good use of pieces. Lots of pipes. I think the metal pipe textures on these really helps. And then oh yeah, just a bunch of translated rings, and it's super cool just how this bobs up and down. I mean, that's a pretty simple animation that you all could do if you've made a cool prop. And I think them layering it, like they've got the fans going, and then they get the up and down motion, and yeah, just brings the whole thing to life. And this is a super cool ship. Bit of a Star Wars Attack of the Clones vibe when they go down into sort of the like cyberpunk part of Coruscant. So super cool. Really enjoyed exploring this build. Thanks for submitting it, Ronnie, and I think well deserved for the Realm Builder ribbon. You could really I just imagine, walking around here. It would feel like a whole different world in the park that you've been transported to. So many little details notice, and it's one of those spots where you're going to want to be there in the day and then come back again at night, which I think is super cool. There's a lot of life in the city throughout the day, so fantastic work, and thank you for sharing this. All right, and then on to Plaque Rides. So this is from Florian Plaque, and they've really went all out with this build. We'll have to note they technically don't have the queue. It is hidden under there, but I think I decided to give them a pass on the Discord because more fun to just let you all have creativity, and I really like what they did with the verticality here. There's just a lot of realism for how the guests could interact with this. It's neat how this is sort of sunken. You have almost like a near miss if you were a spectator up here, and we can see some of the super cool lava animations going right now as well. And yeah, let's look at this. I mean, you've got some shade, some cool little hangout spot in there. They could probably put on a stage performance here, or just the guests can relax. They also said these we'll see a little later again, these little things come up and down, so this would be kind of an interactive experience that the younger guests could kind of play in the lava fields here. And yeah, really really neat details. Definitely gives you that kind of Polynesian vibe. And let's just kind of pay attention to the ride cycle here. So we've got the lava, the little tiki heads lighting up, and that rises some fire effects. So this would be super dramatic to see in person. And if they were imagining this would be sort of a colored water lit up with lights that would then drain back out, and you can see they've got it corralled in here. So you could imagine this a park could actually pull this off, which would be super awesome to see. And then the whole back of the ride splits open, reveals more lava. That's kind of the exciting finale here. So really awesome job there. They got a cool sign here as well. Some nice little rugs, and this shaded hut. Love a park that has good shade, so that's nice to see. And then yeah, some cool backstage details. So we've got some gas tanks, some piping that's going to make all that interior stuff work with the when it floods with lava. A little staff access, and then this is super cool. Florian knows I'm a big fan of doing these little cute cutaways, and yeah, they're always fun. They got some fruit there. Let's see what else. A little pheasant that we can eat later, and yeah, neat to get that kind of cutaway. And Disney and other people that have limited park space, they often do kind of build the queues underground or stack them under the ride or the scenery like this. So a nice touch of realism, and we've got an emergency exit, it looks like, as well, with probably a defibrillator there. And then the grand entrance as well. And I think they noted this these kind of stone things, not necessarily something you'd see at Polynesia, maybe a little more South American, but I think it's like they said, you got to kind of blend the fantasy of it all, and it works quite well with this mountain to the volcano. And I think it's really that whole Pacific ocean culture. So I think that's just fine, and makes this a unique storytelling environment. And yeah, just this is another cool integration. I mean, it's just neat, all these levels. It can be really hard to conceptualize. Encourage everyone to check out Florian's build time lapse. It's interesting to see how it all came together. And yeah, just these the curves here. I don't know if there's, let's see what we want to look at. We do have some nice turnstile exits, so that's a nice touch of realism as well. With this little booth worker, I imagine he's over here. Oh, I didn't even notice. Yeah, he's must be guarding the accessibility entrance with a little ramp. So yeah, awesome detail, little security camera. Let's check this out at night as well. So we've got little mood lighting on the trees, which is another great touch of realism. Uh, you know, bring some ambient lighting and atmosphere to the park without having street lights or anything silly like that. And yeah, this really pops at night. Great contrast of kind of the yellows and reds of the lava, and then like the green tones. And yeah, also got the volcano venting there as well. So just fantastic. Thank you, Florian. We'll also put up on the screen. They actually partnered with another builder, and Plaque Rides delivered this blueprint with some modifications to their park. So it came over on the cargo ship and got placed into that park, and that's a super fun bit of collaboration and storytelling as well. So for all that, yeah, definitely got to give Florian the realism ribbon for this awesome build. So many little touches and details. I think the pathing was super realistic. It's a very ambitious special effects, but definitely something you can see on a key flagship ride, and cool to see that done on a flat ride. There's a few parks that do really go out on the flat ride, including there's a Topspin at a European park with a curved wall like this. And so yeah, this is really neat to see that brought to life in Parkitect. So awesome work, Florian. And then let's go over to Jupiter's. So Jupiter's imports and exports here. They had something they've been working on, and they said it was kind of a last minute thing that wasn't totally finished, but kind of an Alibaba Topspin theme based on something they had seen online for sale in the past. So yeah, definitely gives you kind of something you'd find at the local fair. They're not going to get the big budget item, but yeah, ask Jupiter to share the blueprint. I think this is a super fun as well. There's a lot of storytelling here. Oh, looks like I think it was just auto saving. Yeah, a lot of storytelling here, even on a simple rise. I think this just shows you don't need to go all out with the details. That is super fun. Love to see it, but it's also they've got some nice just different colors in the pavement here, and then these knocked over fences. The little truck looks like this guy crashed. We got some sparks going, and I mean, yeah, the little sign here. So nothing crazy, but that's all right. It's super fun, and you can you know exactly what's going on, what the story is here, which I think is just great. And then yeah, we do have the sparks going, so I thought it'd be appropriate that we put some closed signs here. I don't think this is quite ready for the safety of our expo guests, but it is on sale and it's a big deal. And so I thought it'd be fun if we're thinking about this poor park that had the fire. Unfortunately, I think they found out they missed a payment on their fire insurance there, and so they're gonna have to go for Jupiter's deal. So yeah, let's take a look at what that looks like, the install. And yeah, it works. It's people are, at least it didn't change their park too much. It fits in with the trees, and it's a exciting new color. So thanks, Jupiter, and hopefully you're able to get them a warranty, because we don't want that breaking down or starting any more fires anytime soon. All right. And yeah, thanks for looking at the showcase there. And I was just going to do I want to stick around a quick tour of the rest of the expo center. So let's start on the outside. So this is kind of just added some posters to the mall that I dropped in here from Astra's mall scenario, which is an awesome scenario. So I encourage you all to give that a go. Got some cars there. Put Astra's logo on here just so he gets a little credit there. And these windows are super fun. Whatever park you built in the mall scenario, that would just be cool to see. And then yeah, some trucks being offloaded to get this all set up for the expo. Like I said, sort of this VR cutaway wall, little detail with these signs, and then this sort of digital glitch effect to transition you into the VR world. Yeah, we got the expo map. So parking, some food. We'll look at the little ride showcase here. And then some of our expo booths in the VR there as well. And then, yeah, our big title there. So let's get into the expo. This is, yeah, little Parkitect logo. Thanks again, Astro. Some little signs for our VR experience. And if we go into the left here, we've got some little memorial posters. Got to remember the classic Topspin at our park. That was brought to us by Verkip Rides. Thank you, Verkip, for that awesome layout that inspired everyone this month. And, you know, there's tragedy, but we have the good memories, and now we've got a great new Topspin going in. And over here, just a little food court. These are also awesome Astro blueprints, of course. And then let's, probably don't want it raining this whole time. All right. So here's Jupiter's little booth. So I made this. We've got a little animated Topspin. This is just really simple, just a few animations. So we've got it spinning, and then the little ride platform spins separately. That was fun to do, and I figured Jupiter here. They're probably gonna have some gifts, some prizes. They remind me of it's sort of carnival salesman with their hot deals. Got some balloons and some free fruit. So I mean, you got to stop by the booth, right? Who doesn't want a free banana? Also some brochures there. All right, and then we got Vertex here, looking cool as always. Got some awesome souvenirs, some beach balls, some sunglasses. They're running a little giveaway here with their dunk tank for their tank gang ride. Yeah, brought in their sign here. Also got a little fish tank here, so that'd be fun for everyone to see. Spot to chill, and then the color scheme from their Topspin, which was a really pleasant combination of blues there. All right, we've got Florian. We've got the entrance to their Topspin ride. Awesome kind of lava colored things. Got some of their rugs on the ground, the tiki head. Florian man in the booth here. A little German flag shout out. Hopefully I got those colors in the right order. And they got some popcorn bucket souvenirs with the tiki head, so gotta pick up one of those. And yeah, here again are their the little rides. So this got installed and sunken into another Discord member's park, which is super cool. I love that they did that, so thanks for sharing those photos. All right. And then we also have over here a little coaster reveal. So yeah, look at that. Sweet new coaster ride vehicle on this track. And a little area in here for the VIP guests. Air conditioning, that's always nice. Yeah, just put some backstage storage here. These ride control props are really fun. They got all sorts of screens, little colored lights, knobs. So threw some of those back here. And yeah, some seating for the food court. And then let's check out Ron Studios booth. So going full cyberpunk here. Got some little toy giveaways. And oh, I keep meaning to fix this. Let's do this right now. Yay. Alright, it's done. So yeah, brought in their dog prop. And they've got their very bright cyberpunk Topspin here, which is a lot of fun. And I brought in some of their background here. So yeah, that was cool to do. Really like this dog design. Super clever. And then we've got our little VR Topspin experience entrance here. So you can go in through this side or over here, and got the little control booth, and then you put on your VR goggles, and yeah, you're transported to all these awesome rides. So thank you everyone for submitting. This whole map's going to be on the workshop if you want to explore it yourself, or if you want to just find any of these blueprints. And one note, for some reason Florian's Topspin keeps disappearing when I reload this map, so if that happens to you, you can always just drop in the whole blueprint again. But yeah, everyone, thank you for submitting, and can't wait to see what y'all do next time. Have a good one.